Hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to the Sunless Sea, where last episode I kind of embarrassed myself by forgetting about Rosina being a person. Don't remember what requirements there were to actually meet with her. Probably shouldn't go back there right now, simply because I've more or less, sharpened myself even further and kinda, may have thought she was in with the prostitutes and the, nuns, so yeah, probably not going to be very popular with her right now. Instead, I'm thinking Avid Horizon, and possibly Iram into Nuncio. Well, definitely to Avid Horizon, then Nuncio. Don't know where else I would want to go up here, although... And let me just double check that I have the item I need. Sorry, one moment. Recent news, intriguing snippet. Recent news, perfect. So we will definitely be going to Dahut sometime during this trip. Don't know exactly when we'll be doing that, but, it's not just yet. Because I kind of want to deal with the sigil-ridden navigator. Want him to get his problems off his chest so I don't have to worry about him. You know how that is. And I'm going to take advantage of this. For all of, 10 seconds. Hush. Hello. Oh, right. You're the Khanate. Which I suppose I need to go to anyway, so... We did just collect information from the spy not that long ago. Or was that another trip? Hard to keep everything straight. I suppose you should fly over to Thuli's Rage real quick, though, just to get that spot off the map. Thank you. Lights off, and we're moving. Yes, beetles, etc. Ignore. All is well. Everything is great, and wonderful, and not awful in the least. Oh wait, I'm pretty sure I actually went here already, didn't I? Well. No, I did not. Deliver a report from Anthe. You have the information you were not officially requested to bring. Oh. What did you hear? No, don't explain where you heard it. Is the agent well? Does he plan to return? No, don't say where he is now. It takes hours of non-explanation before your contacts are fully satisfied. When they are, they reward you with money, confidence, and a promise of safer passage in these parts. Question, though. Oh. Treason is such an old-fashioned word. Well, no. But, on the other hand, ask your time and contacts to intercede with the leopard. Yes, please, thank you. The Grey Chamber. A masked functionary hears your request in the Grey Chamber. We will consider the matter, is all she says. But, unless I am much mistaken, I need 2 more Leopard's Condescension, which I might be able to get today? No, not so much. Oh well. Unfortunate. Still progress in the right direction. Actually, pretty far in the right direction, if we're being frank. Dearie me, though. Can't be bothered to go to the Nephrite, not the Nephrite quarter, but, Khan's Heart? Khan's Heart, yes. The Shadow we'll go to in due time, but Frostfound first, and the Avid Horizon. Well, soon. Squatters don't care, create our port report. Yes. And moving right along. Actually, you know what? Since I'm not too worried about fuel expenditure at the moment, will be after I burn a few more barrels of fuel, but I mean, it's fine for now. For right now, it's just fine. Yeah, a little bit jerky there, but anyway. No, just to the Chapel of Lights. Possibly. If we find Mount Nomad, I think I should try to kill it. Our terror situation isn't that bad. You're just a regular lifeberg, don't care about you. And I mean, we do have some pretty good weapons, and there he is. Mountain Nomad, 1000 HP though. Ooh, this is gonna be risky, but I'm gonna go for it. Okay, come on. Yep, that is Mountain Nomad, please. Oh, this is a stupid idea. Why am I doing this? Oh god, get me out of here. Fuck. No. No. Get me out. Although he hasn't damaged me yet. Fuck me. Well, that is me going. Bye. Goodbye. Although if I can stay out of range... If I'm willing to burn a lot of fuel... And I am... But he's doing a lot more damage than I'm doing to him. So no, 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 no. You are not taking another ship from me. Absolutely not. I will not have it. Someday he will die. It will die. She will die. Don't know. Don't care right now. But not today. Not just yet. And apparently it's still hunting for me. Unsurprising. Oh well. Damage was done, and perhaps he could have been killed, but, well, things did not go well for us. So, lead the sigil-ridden navigator to a certain dock pillar. Scraps of paper stiff with northern frost are stuffed into its cracks. Unforgiven. A message is carved into the wood. If you wish to return to London, if you seek the forgiveness of the Empress, if you will sacrifice all to make amends, record your name and crime. Your navigator hunts through the slips of paper. They are a library of villains and villainy. Here are murderers, betrayals, treasons, and perjuries. He stops, stares at one, pulls it free. This is mine, he says. I wrote this. It is a confession. Beneath, in more recent and less careful letters, he has added a note. You did not answer. If I cannot be forgiven, then I will forget. The Chapel of Lights will help me, for a price. He laughs wildly. Twice! I paid them twice. Once to take my memories and once to guide me back to them. His laughter deepens to hysteria. 2 crewmen help you drag him back to your ship. Lost me some strategic information for that. But... well, not necessarily to you, but... Hi. Captain, may I speak with you in private? His voice is dull, his sigil throbs, red as embers in the neathly gloom. His forgotten crime. He hands you his confession, retrieved from Void's approach. Please, read. A square of paper folded into quarters to make a booklet. Read the first page. To whom it may concern, I hereby record my full and honest confession in the hopes of absolution in her enduring Majesty's service. In May, my brother Richard and I took service on the Bonnie Swan, he as boatswain, I as navigator. The captain, Swinburne, was a good man, but ambitious. When we reached King Eater Castle, our supplies were low, but we pressed on in the hopes of finding land. There was none. The second page. Our stores nearly depleted, we turned back, and here I committed the first of my crimes. I mistook my readings and set a bad course. For days we steamed northwest, not west, into the empty dark. Our supplies ran out, and still no sign of port. Hunger set in, and terror, and what I pray was madness. Ravening, desperate, raving, we agreed to draw lots, with a loser giving up life and flesh so the others could go on. Third page. The first of us to draw the short straws was the captain. The second was my brother. My dear, solemn, solid Richard. There were more after. 7 times we drew, 7 our number went into the pot, and not a one of them quietly. Those of us who made it back to port swore never to speak of our crime, but one of us, someone with a keener conscience than mine, confessed. I fled the noose to Z again. I regret it all. I will do anything. Please. Read the 4th page. Here he scribbled his later note when the Admiralty failed to select him for absolution through service. You did not answer. If I cannot be forgiven, then I will forget. The Chapel of Lights will help me for a price. His eyes meet yours when you look up from the page. They're as dull as iron. I'm done, Captain. I am done. I have one last thing to ask of you. His last request. The truth has broken him. Parting ways, he buries his face in his hands. Even if I could remember, I would not want to. But it is only a matter of time until this. He runs a finger over his sigil. Takes something I can't do without. Maybe I'll forget how to breathe, or which way is north. Perhaps I'll strand us all at Z again, and it'll be oaths of silence and straws in the dark. Be rid of me, Captain. Put me ashore somewhere I can be forgotten. Suggest another option. It would be a release for him, of a sort, and has a certain sanguine poetry. Oh. I've done this before, and, while perhaps it is the kinder option, I've never been accused of being a kind person. Your stomach growls. You describe a rite that you could conduct at King Eater's castle. Afterwards, he would forget his pain. He would even forget that he forgot. The part of him that suffers will be gone, and whatever remains will serve you. He shudders. It is not forgiveness, he whispers, but perhaps it is justice. Perhaps. Oh. A stoker approaches you in the cabin. Captain, she says, that thing in the hold, it's dreaming about us. It means us no good at all. Act to her work, chide her for her foolishness, and send her away. Or throw it over the side. What's it, though? Did I get a long box and not remember? Back to work, chide her for her foolishness, send her away. Yeah, what? Oh, the awakened seal of the red signs, perhaps? That's about the only thing I could think of that you'd be complaining about. Yeah, that's about it in terms of things to complain about. So you will deal with it, whoever you were. Let's see here. Where to go. Not Chapel of Lights for obvious reasons. I should think Iram first. More for the port report than anything else. A spy walks the ship. They're good, very good. Were it not for a single envelope sitting face up instead of down on your desk, you might have never have noticed. Track down the spy, search every cabin, open every lockbox, and fail. Slipped through the net. The crew is not informed of the precise reason for the search. They stare at each other suspiciously. Good. Next time, perhaps they'll be more alert. And perhaps I'll get better veils. Ugh. Oh well. Still, I'm curious what this different path with our navigator will produce. Ideally, it'll be a decent replacement for her. But anyway, aside from that, and aside from other problems, which we are ignoring for right now, let's go here. Iram, the Pillared City. If only I had more coffee. But I don't, so just get our report, and then head on to the shop, actually, now I'm thinking about it. That's a lot. Less is less, though. Wonderful. Ooh, tempting, but no. I've got the money to burn. Hush. We'll be fine. Just in case. In case the worst should happen. Secrets might not be a bad investment. In fact, they're usually a good one. But, no. No. South to Eastaville, perhaps Hideaway. Perhaps, although there's not much else I really want to do with Hideaway. I don't think any of our options are very good there. Although I suppose we must finish a story. It's a terrible thing to leave a story unfinished. And so we shall. Oh dear, might this bring me... No! Don't you dare bring me east. Good. Okay. Yes. I do eventually want to go east and north and otherwise, but, not yet. Not just yet, and it's certainly not in this condition. Ah, the sound of... Oh, really? Really? Temtum, come on. Come on. Well, let's go murder somebody. Because I'm certainly not going to blow up the entire city. Get in there. Our port report, please. Da-da-da-da. Oh, sprightly. Yes, speak to the sprightly visionary. A request. The sprightly visionary shows you a page of the notebook chained to his wrist. He's written a request for you. The investigator threatens to destroy Hideaway and everything you and I have worked towards. He must be killed. Except murder the investigator. The sign showing you accept responsibility for a task. You must cross your arms to grab your own shoulders. Then, something else. But yes, he intends to blow things up. I could show you. Actually, let me quickly. Yeah, I'm sorry. But yes, the war for hearts and minds. The impolite investigator will hold his own festival soon. Plans on revealing the doomed nature of Hideaway then, using an informative pyrotechnic display. Yeah, explosions, no. Absolutely not. Murder him. Eric tuts and stops you mid-acceptance. He scribbles you a note. No time, you know where he sleeps. Suggestion. Smothering. Less obvious. Once you've read it, he tears the sheet from the pad and eats it. It is 2 days before the investigator is discovered. He died in his sleep. A peaceful end. If anyone wonders why his skin has a blue tone, they're too polite to ask. The truth is that all is well in Hideaway. No one knows otherwise. You ensured that Hideaway will be well maintained for Eric. Oh. Fulfill a last request. The sprightly visionary presents you a note. I have a request for you. Will you accept? The sprightly visionary presents you a letter. Unmask the Governor of Wisdom. Tell him his captain orders him to Hideaway. Say, I swear by Lady Miriam the consequences will be morbid if duties neglected. He then performs the bow of gracious thanks and departs. Interesting. There's actually a purpose to wisdom now? Huh. That's actually incredibly unexpected. And where the devil is wisdom now? The one thing I can't find. Yes. No. Well, we'll worry about that in the future. For now, we must decide where to go, and I think it's going to be Estival, then Nuncio. Well, let me rephrase that. It doesn't need to be, but it's going to be. So, that's where we're going. And then afterwards, it might be best to get back to London just because of certain damages that have occurred. And that was a stupid thing to do. But, cool. Anyway, yeah, just damage the hull further. That's brilliant. Good choices are being made. Good choices indeed. You must be a Estival. Come. There we are. Doc Estival. Hi. Would love some supplies, please. Thank you. Lost a crew member, though, but that's okay. All is well. No. All is well. And onwards to elsewhere to Nuncio. Although, with our terror where it is... best not to. I know I said I would, but And there's wisdom right there. Now I'm actually looking for it. But that's a bad choice to make. Tell you what we do. we go to Port Cecil. Ah, screw it, we're gonna go to Nuncio. Terror can be dealt with easily enough. It's only, I think, 8 terror if we fail, which is pretty likely. Now I'm thinking about it. Hi, you're actually going to be an opportunity for me to deal with some terror. Hey, how you doing? Okay. I mean, that's usually my position, but sure. Good job missing there, buddy. Scuttle it. Fuel. I'll burn through that quick enough. But yes, Nuncio, hi. Probably should have killed that crab too, but I just couldn't be bothered. Too much health on it, too much risk. Ships, easy to kill. Monsters, not so much. Nuncio. The dead letter office. And... well, it is chancy. We're going to descend into the basement with mirrors. Arrange contraptions, divert light, illuminate what has been dark a long time. Perfection itself. Spiral on glittering spiral. The descent is long and slow. You count the turns at first, but the time comes when you can't see the square of light from the door above, and can't mark how far you've come around the spiral. The illumination you've contrived gets dimmer the further you go, until you come at last to a floor whose base you can barely see. The floor is carpeted with, at first you think it's gravel, but no, it's broken shards of clay and stone, all scribbled over in words too old to read. At the center of this space is a needle of deep black rock, glossy as resin, glittering with ice, inscribed with 3 arcane sigils that hurt to look at. You feel a meaning in their presence, a prohibition or a commandment, that all things must come to their destined place, that what cannot be delivered immediately must be saved against a future date, that a message that goes unheard is a tragedy, that the signal must be carried no matter how far, no matter through what darkness, no matter whether the sender still lives, nor whether the recipient can even read the language of the writing. The inscription resolves itself and is known to you. No word lost. The climb out is slow and takes a long time. Could you possibly have come down this far? Surely not. Your breath grows ragged and your legs cramp. Sit down a moment. The rest of the spiral will still be there after you've got your breath. Visions? Dreams? You relax against the shelf. It isn't comfortable at all, as the edge of a metal box is prodding you between the spine and the shoulder blade, and somewhere off to your right is a sound like hoarse breathing. It doesn't matter. In the dimness, you see or remember or dream a silver tree growing in a courtyard. The reverie lasts only a few heartbeats before you're properly awake again. Ascend. There's no way out but up. At the surface, the dead letter office is still here. Its machine still working, its basket still filling with missed invitations and misplaced wills. Shouldn't it have been blasted away, destroyed by the force of what lies beneath? Tell the Pulsar Rat what you saw below. Maybe he'll be curious. Without name, you start to explain, but your language doesn't have the right words to express it. The weight of the delivery commandment, the sacred necessity for every word to reach its destination, and the countless individual miscarriages of meaning from one entity to another which have occurred throughout history and are still occurring to the detriment of the whole universe. He holds up a paw. Not going to understand it no matter how much you explain, he says, and I'm glad, as if I did understand, I'd be likely to run mad, working here and as I do. After a moment, he adds, likely you'll forget, at least forget some of it. After all, you never wore the uniform. Then he points out where your hair is singed at the temples and gives you an ointment he keeps in a drawer. End the shift. You're finished here for now. Our port report, please. Thank you. To the tavern, if you don't mind. Oh. Interesting. We'll look into that in a moment. Judge the postmen in light of what you now know, or honor them. And I always honor them. All have tried. Saints and martyrs, nothing about them now seems comical or strange. The regulation and maintenance of their uniforms is a mark of holy dedication. Their scars are earned by faith and hard work. They were given an impossible task, but none excuse themselves just because of that. The hairless postwoman sees your glance and returns a rueful smile. And now this, though. Allow the clattery heir to offer her services. She could remove the call from a postal worker. They wouldn't be a worker anymore, of course. The hairless postwoman won't hear of it. But you do get one taker. I miss London, he says. I'm tired. The inside of my mouth tastes like stamp glue. Blunt Thomas gives you a bottle of rum and the use of the basement. No amenities, but I don't fancy cleaning the blood off a better floor. The patient takes off his uniform for the last time and lies on the cold floor. No spectators, says the clattery heir harshly, and puts you out of the room. She comes out later with a scrap of skin from the patient's chest. The patient follows, whistling a tune from Mahogany Hall. What consequences might that have? Curious. Very curious. Let's have a talk. Speaks with... Well, I could proposition her. Tempting. Let's ask about her father. I'm very curious about you all of a sudden now. Her father, she becomes more talkative when she has something to cut. Perhaps you can get her to say more about her father. Who was he, then? There's flensing, deboning, and orderly arranging of scales from large to small. This was the creature's favorite organ, she says, working briskly with tweezers and blade. Don't touch it, the purple bits are toxic. She only turns to personal matters when she's had a chance to rinse her fingers. I get my proficiency with metal for both sides of the family, she says, watching her expression closely. Then, Mother was a favorite of Mr. Iron. She says they only worked together, that Mr. Iron sponsored her work and provided her with tools, sharper tools that do not bend so easily. Mr. Iron? Truly. Find her during an operation. Does the blood of London's cowled masters really run through her veins? A twisted smile. You sit with her in a surgery lined with bottles of preserved and pickled body parts. Can't offer you proof, she says. The only strange tongue I speak is my mother's, which is ancient but human. Blades can cut me, I'm not immune to fire, though perhaps the masters are not either. But I have not met anyone who shares my particular skills, and I know my mother. I cannot see her in any ordinary liaison with an ordinary man, much less a husband. She was in her 3rd millennium when she bore me. Explore her surgery. On her shelf she keeps things preserved in alcohol or packed in oil, things she cut from patients. Why do you have this tailbone? These are souvenirs, she says. Here's the patch of skin from the palm of a woman's hand. I took it from her in order to cure her of the urge to adultery. Now she wears gloves, but she's kept her marriage. There's more difficult work I could be doing. She's playing her blade between her fingers. Did you know my mother operated on the bazaar itself? She cut away its cladent lobe so that it would be at peace and not have to wander on and on. But the operation changed her. She got some of the ichor on her skin. What? She cut away its cladent lobe so that it would be at peace and not have to wander on and on. That is incredibly worrisome and terrible. Why would you do that? What happened to the cladent lobe? If the clattery heir's mother cut off a piece of London's Echo Bazaar, where did it go? An awkward inheritance. Mother experimented on the lobe various ways with Mr. Iron, bringing her new implements. It wanted to be on the move, however, and in the end she put it on a ship, or built a ship around it, the Clattery Heart, but it got away from her. Where is it now, and would she care to claim her inheritance? Too casual. Last my mother heard, it was in Adam's Way or somewhere further into the Elder Continent. Might still be Z-worthy. In its day, it was a most unusual ship. Do I want it back? I try not to want anything too much, but if you cared to travel in that direction, I could hardly stop you. When you wait long enough, she says a little more. I avoid obsessions myself, but I know one of these days I'll have to operate on myself. Remove some desire that has gotten too unwieldy. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, that is... Huh. She's actually quite intriguing now, all of a sudden, for some reason. But no. Next episode... Dahut. We really must be going that way. And stop at Wisdom, of course, for, well, other reasons to deal with Hideaway's problem. Although, well, I have more questions about how Hideaway is going to survive. Well, that's a matter for the future, I suppose. For now, thank you for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly. And I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.